Hi again, it's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. When people think of astronomers, they usually picture someone outside under the stars all through the night sleeplessly looking up. And although that is sometimes the case, there are times when it helps to go to bed early and get a good night's rest and set the alarm a little earlier than you're used to. My second installment on balcony astronomy is about just such an occasion. When I refer to balcony astronomy, I'm talking about objects in the sky that can be easily viewed from all clear sky conditions, from the darkness of a rural location to the light-polluted skies of cities and towns. In the last Astronomy Time video, we looked at Venus and Mercury in the early evening. This time, your mission is to get up before sunrise and view the other 3 planets in our solar system that are visible to the naked eye. At my latitude here in Saskatoon in May, starting around 2:30 in the morning, the planets Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter are all 3 sharing the east to southeastern sky in the breaking dawn. The easiest ones to spot at this point of the morning are Saturn and Jupiter, as they're much higher above the horizon and appear much brighter. Because Mars is just rising above the horizon, it's fighting its way through a much thicker portion of our atmosphere and will probably be only visible through the eye of a camera, which has the ability to capture that fainter light through much longer shutter speeds. With a little patience, however, it will slowly rise up in the sky and emerge out of that atmospheric haze. If you're in the city, it will also be much easier to spot this faint object with the help of binoculars. Although the 3 planets are visible to the naked eye, if you point a telescope or a pair of 7x50 or 10x50 binoculars at them, you'll reveal even greater wonders. In the case of Mars, what becomes more prominent is the redness of the planet. This color is due to the high iron content of its soil. Essentially, think of Mars as being completely covered in rust. Pan your gaze over towards Saturn, and you'll no longer see it as just a bright spot. You'll now see more of a shape to it. Depending on how steady the atmosphere is at the time and how stable your hold is in the binoculars, you should be able to see that Saturn appears more as an oval. This view is caused by the ringed belt that orbits around the planet. And with the added magnification of a telescope, those rings will separate from the planet and become much more noticeable. Our last stop of the morning is Jupiter, which will give us the best show of all 3. With binoculars and a steady hand, you'll not only be able to see a more pronounced orb of the planet, but you should also be able to see up to 4 tiny points of light in a line near it. Due to its immense size and distance from other planets, Jupiter has captured an amazing 79 moons in its gravitational pull, and the 4 that we can see are its largest ones: Europa, Callisto, Ganymede, and Io. They are referred to as the Galilean moons, as they were first observed by the artist, scientist, inventor, and astronomer Galileo Galilei over 400 years ago. But wait, there's more! When you observe the planet through a telescope, you'll also have a chance to see some of the colors of the cloud bands that are constantly ringing round the planet. You may even be able to make out its famous red spot, a storm more than twice the diameter of the Earth that's raged on the planet for at least 350 years. One tip to try though, when viewing these objects, especially when looking for the fainter features, use a technique called averted vision. By this I mean, don't center the object in your vision, but look slightly to the side of it while concentrating on that planet. The center area of the eye has virtually no rods for viewing dimmer objects, so averted vision concentrates the area you're trying to view away from that spot, and thus helps to bring out those fainter details. It takes some practice, but it is well worth the effort. The other thing to remember is, as summer progresses, those planets will be steadily moving towards the west, so we won't always have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to view them. Exploring the universe around us is a great way to open up your vision and scope to larger worlds and wonders. Dark skies out in the countryside are always the best place to experience this, but even if you live under the glare of city lights, there are still amazing things to see in the night sky, if you don't mind losing a little sleep over it. If you want to continue on this voyage of discovery with me, please click on the subscribe button. And you can also follow my personal exploits on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just search for Living Sky Guy. Clear skies, everyone.